What if the words you repeat every day are not just sounds coming out of your mouth? What if they are quietly building the life you are living right now? What if every sentence you say about yourself is becoming a small instruction to your mind, your heart, your body, and even to the energy around you? My dear, this is something very important to understand. The words you speak are not empty. They carry feeling. They carry belief. They carry power. A word can close the heart, and a word can open it again. A word can make the body tight, and a word can help the body relax. A word can keep someone living in fear, and a word can begin to lead them back into peace. Every day, many words move through the mind. Some are spoken out loud, some are whispered quietly inside. Some are repeated so often that they feel like truth. I am tired. I am not ready. I am afraid. Nothing works for me. I always lose. I cannot change. These words may seem small, but when they are repeated again and again, they begin to create a feeling inside. That feeling becomes familiar. Then that familiar feeling becomes a way of living. This is why it is so powerful to become aware of the words being spoken within. Life is always listening, not in a scary way, but in a loving way. Life listens to the energy behind the words. When the words are filled with fear, the body hears fear. When the words are filled with love, the body hears love. When the words are filled with trust, the heart begins to soften. When the words are filled with peace, the mind slowly begins to rest. This is why one simple, loving sentence can begin to change the direction of a life. It may not happen all at once. It may not happen in one moment. But every loving word is like a gentle hand placed on the heart. The words spoken today become the thoughts of tomorrow. The thoughts of tomorrow become the feelings that shape the day. The feelings repeated again and again become the way life is seen, and the way life is seen affects the choices made, the people allowed in, the doors noticed, and the blessings received. This is why words matter so deeply. They are not only describing life, they are helping create it. When someone says, "I am not enough," the body hears it, the heart hears it, the inner child hears it. Something inside becomes smaller. Something inside begins to hide. But when that same person begins to say, "I am learning to love myself," something changes. The words are softer. The heart does not feel attacked. The body does not feel pushed. The soul feels invited. That is the power of healing words. They do not force change. They allow change. There is a great difference between words that punish and words that heal. Punishing words say, "Why are you like this?" Healing words say, "I am willing to understand myself." Punishing words say, "I always fail." Healing words say, "I am learning a new way." Punishing words say, "Nothing good comes to me." Healing words say, I am open to good in my life. The energy is completely different. One closes the door, the other opens it. The words repeated most often become the home the mind lives in. If the mind lives in words of fear, it begins to expect fear. If the mind lives in words of lack, it begins to look for lack. If the mind lives in words of love, it begins to notice love. If the mind lives in words of trust, it begins to look for support. This does not mean every problem disappears. It means the inner world becomes a safer place. And when the inner world becomes safer, the outer world is met with more strength, more calm, and more faith. Many people do not realize how often they speak against themselves. They may speak kindly to others, but inside they use words that hurt. They say things to themselves that they would never say to someone they love. They may call themselves weak, late, broken, foolish, unlucky, or unworthy. They may not even notice it because the words have become normal. But just because something is familiar does not mean it is true. A sentence repeated for many years can still be changed. A belief carried for a long time can still be softened. A painful word can be replaced with a loving one. The first step is not to judge the old words. The first step is simply to notice them. Notice the words that come when something goes wrong. Notice the words that come when looking in the mirror. Notice the words that come when waiting, when hoping, when dreaming, when feeling unsure. Do those words bring peace or pressure? Do they bring love or fear? Do they open the heart or close it? This gentle noticing is where change begins. There is no need to fight the old words. Fighting only creates more pain. Instead, begin to choose new words with love. If the old thought says, "I cannot do this," softly answer, "I am willing to take one small step." If the old thought says, "I am not good enough," softly answer, "I am enough as I am, and I am still growing." If the old thought says, "Life is against me," softly answer, "Life is helping me in ways I may not yet see." These new words are not there to create pressure. They are there to create space. Words can become a bridge from fear to peace. They can carry the mind from panic into trust. They can help the heart remember what it has forgotten. A simple sentence spoken gently can become a spiritual practice. I am safe. I am loved. I am guided. I am open to good. I bless myself with kind words. These words may seem simple, but simple words often reach the deepest places. The heart does not need hard language. The heart needs kindness. Each time a loving word is spoken, something inside receives it. Maybe not fully at first. Maybe the mind argues. Maybe the old belief says, "That is not true. That is okay." The old belief has been repeated many times. It has had time to grow roots. A new loving word is like a new seed. It needs patience. It needs care. It needs repetition. It needs to be spoken again and again, not with force, but with faith. This is the beauty of speaking healing words. The change can begin in the smallest moment. It can begin while sitting quietly. It can begin before sleep. It can begin while washing hands, walking, breathing, or placing one hand over the heart. The moment the words change, the energy begins to change. The moment the energy changes, the whole life begins to move in a new direction. The mouth speaks, but the soul listens. The mind thinks, but the body responds. The heart feels, and life reflects. This is why the words chosen today are sacred. They are not small. They are not meaningless. They are the gentle tools of creation. They are the prayers spoken in daily language. They are the songs the body learns to believe. They are the seeds placed into the soil of the future. So take a deep breath and feel this truth. The words spoken again and again are becoming part of the inner world. If the words are loving, the inner world becomes more loving. If the words are peaceful, the inner world becomes more peaceful. If the words are trusting, the inner world becomes more trusting. And as the inner world changes, life begins to feel different. Not because everything outside changes immediately, but because the way life is met begins to change. A loving word can be the beginning of a new life. A kind sentence can be the first open door. A gentle affirmation can become a path. The words may begin as something spoken. Then they become something felt. Then they become something believed. And one day they become something lived. Say softly within, I speak words of love, and my life begins to change. Let that sentence rest in the heart. Let it move gently through the body. Let it remind every part of the self that change does not have to begin with force. It can begin with one loving word. It can begin with one kind thought. It can begin right now. What is repeated becomes familiar. What becomes familiar begins to feel true. What feels true begins to shape the way life is lived. This is why the words spoken again and again are so important. They do not simply pass through the air and disappear. They enter the mind. They touch the heart. They settle into the body. They become part of the inner voice. And the inner voice becomes the way a person meets life. If someone keeps saying, I am always alone, the mind begins to search for proof of loneliness. It may ignore kindness. It may miss support. It may close the heart before love has a chance to enter. If someone keeps saying, nothing good happens to me, the mind begins to notice every delay, every disappointment, every closed door, and it may overlook the small blessings that are already present. This is not because life is cruel. It is because the mind is trained by repetition. It looks for what it has been told to look for. But this truth is not here to create guilt. It is here to bring freedom. Because if painful words can shape the mind, loving words can reshape it. If fear has been learned, peace can be learned too. If lack has been repeated, abundance can be repeated. If self-rejection has become familiar, self-love can become familiar as well. The mind can learn a new song. The heart can learn a new language. The body can learn a new feeling of safety. A repeated affirmation is not just a sentence. It is a new path being made inside. At first, the path may feel strange. The old road of fear may feel easier because it has been walked for many years. But each time a loving word is repeated, a new road becomes clearer. Each time the words, "I am safe," are spoken, the nervous system hears a message of calm. Each time the words, "I am enough," are spoken, the heart receives a message of worth. Each time the words, "I am open to good," are spoken, the energy begins to open. This is how inner change happens. Not always through one big moment, but through many small, loving moments repeated again and again. A drop of water may seem small, but over time it can shape stone. A seed may seem tiny, but with care it becomes a tree. A loving word may seem simple, but repeated with feeling, it can change a life. The words "I am" are very powerful. Whatever follows them is like a command given to the inner world. I am tired. I am unlucky. I am broken. I am too late. These words carry weight. They become labels. They become limits. But the same two words can become a doorway to healing. I am healing. I am guided. I am learning. I am worthy. I am safe. I am loved. When spoken gently and often, these words begin to call the spirit back home. The mind may not believe the new words at first. That is natural. If the old story has been repeated for many years, it may feel stronger in the beginning, but the strength of an old story does not make it true. It only means it has been practiced. A new story needs practice too. This is why the words must be spoken until they become familiar. Spoken until they soften the body. Spoken until they quiet the fear. Spoken until they feel like a warm place inside. There may be a moment when the affirmation feels empty. Say it anyway, but say it gently. There may be a moment when the mind says, "This is not working." Say it anyway, but say it with love. There may be a moment when old pain rises. Do not push it away. Place the hand on the heart and say, "I am willing to love myself through this." That sentence alone can begin to change the energy of the moment. To become the words does not mean pretending. It does not mean ignoring pain. It does not mean saying happy words while hiding sadness. It means choosing words that guide the heart toward healing instead of deeper hurt. It means speaking to the wounded places with tenderness. It means giving the mind a new direction. It means saying, "I know fear is here, but I choose love." It means saying, I know this feels hard, but I am not abandoning myself. It means saying, I am still growing, and I bless my growth. Words become powerful when they are joined with feeling. A sentence spoken with kindness enters deeper than a sentence spoken without attention. This is why it helps to slow down. Take a breath. Place a hand on the heart. Let the words be simple. Let the voice be soft. Let the body feel safe. Then speak. I am willing to become the love I speak. Feel the words. Let them move slowly. Let them reach the places that have been waiting for kindness. The body is always listening. The shoulders listen. The stomach listens. The chest listens. The breath listens. When words of fear are repeated, the body may become tight. When words of peace are repeated, the body may begin to soften. This is why affirmations are not only for the mind, they are for the whole being. They teach the body a new way to feel. They teach the heart that it no longer has to live in defense. They teach the inner self that love is safe. Think of the mind as a garden. Every word is a seed. Some seeds grow fear. Some seeds grow trust. Some grow shame. Some grow love. The garden does not judge the seed. It simply grows what is planted and watered. If the same thought is watered every day, it becomes strong. If the thought is, I am not enough, that belief grows. If the thought is, I am worthy of love, that belief also grows. The garden responds to care, repetition, and attention. This is why it is so important to ask, what is being planted today? What words are being watered? What beliefs are being fed? Again, this is not a question of blame. It is a question of awakening. Once something is seen, it can be changed. Once an old sentence is heard, a new sentence can be chosen. Once the heart notices it has been living under harsh words, it can begin to receive kind ones. There is no need to change every word at once. Begin with one sentence. One healing sentence can become an anchor. One loving phrase can be repeated throughout the day. I am safe to be myself. I am open to good. I speak love, and love returns to me. I bless my life with kind words. Choose one and let it become a companion. Say it when waking. Say it while walking. Say it before answering fear. Say it before sleep. Let it become the background music of the inner world. At first, the affirmation may feel like some thing being said. Then slowly, it may become something being felt. Then it becomes something trusted. Then it becomes something lived. That is the journey. Words become thoughts. Thoughts become feelings. Feelings become choices. Choices become patterns. Patterns become a life. So when the words change, the life can begin to change. A person who says, I am open to love, may begin to notice where the heart has been closed. A person who says, I am safe to receive, may begin to accept kindness without pushing it away. A person who says, "I am worthy of peace," may begin to stop choosing situations that create chaos. The words do not only bring comfort, they awaken new choices. They show what no longer fits. They guide the soul toward a better way. This is why the title carries such deep truth. I speak these words until I become them. This means the words are not spoken once and forgotten. They are lived with. They are returned to. They are practiced on easy days and hard days. They are spoken when the heart feels open and when the heart feels afraid. They are spoken not to deny life, but to create a new inner atmosphere. When the words are loving, the inner atmosphere becomes softer. When the inner atmosphere becomes softer, the body relaxes. When the body relaxes, the mind sees more clearly. When the mind sees more clearly, life does not feel so heavy. This is how the whole life begins to shift, quietly at first, then deeply, then naturally. A shift may begin as one peaceful breath. It may begin as one moment of not criticizing the self. It may begin as one small choice to speak with kindness. It may begin as the ability to pause before repeating the old story. These small moments matter. They are signs that the new words are taking root. They are signs that the old pattern is no longer the only path. They are signs that love is becoming stronger. There is great spiritual power in speaking what is desired before it is fully seen. To say, "I am peaceful," while learning peace is an act of faith. To say, "I am worthy," while healing old shame is an act of love. To say, "I am guided," while the path is unclear is an act of trust. These words do not have to feel perfect. They only need willingness. Willingness opens the door. Repetition keeps it open. Love walks through. Speak words that bless the body. Speak words that bless the mind. Speak words that bless the day. Speak words that bless the past and release it. Speak words that bless the future and trust it. Speak words that bless the present moment and make it safe. These words become the new home. These words become the new mirror. These words become the new way of being. There may still be hard days. There may still be doubt. There may still be moments when the old voice returns. That does not mean failure. It means practice is needed. Healing is not about never feeling fear again. Healing is about knowing how to answer fear with love. Healing is about not letting the old sentence have the final word. Healing is about gently saying, "I hear you, but I choose a kinder truth now." The truth can be simple. I am learning. I am healing. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. I am open. I am guided. Simple words repeated with love can become a powerful spiritual path. They can clean the inner room. They can open the window. They can let light return. Take a slow breath and feel the meaning of this. I am becoming what I speak. If I speak fear, I become smaller. If I speak love, I become open. If I speak peace, I become calm. If I speak trust, I become steady. If I speak gratitude, I become awake to blessings. If I speak healing, I become willing to be whole. Say softly, I speak words of love, and my life begins to change. Let the words move slowly. Let them touch the heart. Let them become a promise. Let them become a practice. Let them become the new voice within. Before new words can fully enter, the old words must be noticed, not hated, not judged, not pushed away with anger, simply noticed. Many heavy words have been repeated for so long that they feel normal. They may feel like personality. They may feel like truth. They may feel like protection. But many of them are only old patterns. They were learned. They were practiced. And because they were learned, they can be unlearned with love. Negative words create heavy energy. They make the heart feel closed. They make the breath feel shallow. They make the body feel tired. They make the future feel small. They make life feel like a struggle, even before anything happens. A sentence like "something bad will happen" can make the body prepare for pain. A sentence like "I never get what I want" can make the heart stop expecting good. A sentence like "I am not enough" can make the soul hide its light. These words do not only stay in the mind, they move through the whole body. The body responds to the story being told. If the story is full of fear, the body tightens. If the story is full of shame, the chest may close. If the story is full of lack, the hands may feel empty even when blessings are present. This is why old language must be treated with care. It is not just thinking, it is an energy being repeated. Many people carry old sentences that were never truly theirs. Words heard in childhood. Words heard during painful moments. Words spoken by others during times when the heart was too young or too open to reject them. Maybe the words were, "You are too much." Maybe the words were, "You are not smart enough." Maybe the words were, "Money is always hard." Maybe the words were, "Love does not last." Maybe the words were, "You have to struggle to survive." These words can become inner laws if they are not questioned. But no painful sentence has to remain law forever. A word can be released. A belief can be softened. An old voice can lose its power. The moment it is noticed, something new becomes possible. The old pattern often sounds very certain. It may say, "This is just how life is." It may say, "Do not expect too much." It may say, "Do not trust anyone." It may say, "You always ruin things." It may say, "You are too late." But certainty does not always mean truth. Sometimes fear speaks with a loud voice because it is afraid of being healed. Sometimes old pain speaks strongly because it has never been comforted. That is why the answer is not to fight it, but to bring love to it. When the old words arise, pause, breathe, notice them. Ah, this is the old pattern speaking. That simple noticing creates space. Before, the words may have taken over completely, but now there is a witness. There is awareness. There is a gentle place inside that can say, I do not have to believe everything I think. This is a powerful moment. This is where the chain begins to break. The old pattern may show up in simple daily moments. Looking in the mirror and saying, I do not like myself. Seeing someone else succeed and thinking, that will never happen for me. Making a mistake and saying, I always mess things up. Feeling tired and saying, I cannot handle life. Waiting for something good and saying, it probably will not come. These words may pass quickly, but they leave an imprint. They carry energy. They teach the mind what to expect. Now imagine choosing differently in those moments. Looking in the mirror and saying, I am learning to love myself. Seeing someone else succeed and saying, good is possible for me too. Making a mistake and saying, I can learn from this. Feeling tired and saying, I am allowed to rest. Waiting for something good and saying, what belongs to me can still find me. These words create a different feeling. They do not deny the moment. They bless it. The old pattern often uses words like always and never. I always fail. I never get chosen. I always struggle. I never feel safe. These words are heavy because they close the future. They make one painful moment seem like a life sentence. But the future is not closed. Life is always moving. Healing is always possible. A new sentence can open what the old sentence closed. Instead of, I always fail, say, I am learning and growing. Instead of, I never get chosen, say, I am willing to receive the right opportunities. Instead of, I always struggle, say, I allow life to support me in new ways. Instead of, I never feel safe, say, I am learning to feel safe within myself. These words may feel small at first, but they carry light. They open the door just enough for grace to enter. Negative words often come from a desire to protect. The mind thinks that if it expects disappointment, the pain will hurt less. It thinks that if it says no before life says no, it will stay safe. It thinks that if it criticizes first, no one else can cause surprise pain. But this kind of protection becomes a prison. It keeps out pain, but it also keeps out love. It keeps out risk, but it also keeps out miracles. It keeps the heart guarded, but it also keeps the heart lonely. The heart was not made to live locked away. It was made to open slowly, wisely, gently. Healing words help the heart open without force. They say, you are safe now. They say, you do not have to attack yourself to improve. They say, You can grow with kindness. They say, Louise can be different. They say, you are allowed to receive good. Sometimes the heaviest words are not spoken out loud. They are the silent ones, the inner sigh, the quiet, not me, the hidden, I am not worthy, the deep, it is too late. These silent words shape energy too. They may not be heard by others, but they are heard within. That is why private speech matters. The way the self is spoken to in silence becomes the emotional weather of the soul. If the inner world is filled with harsh words, it may feel like living under gray skies. Even when the sun shines outside, the inside feels heavy. But when loving words are practiced, little openings appear in the clouds. Light begins to come through. At first, maybe only for a moment, then a little longer, then more often. This is how the inner weather changes. No one has to be perfect with words. The goal is not to never think a negative thought. The goal is to notice sooner and return to love gently. The old pattern may still come, but it does not have to be obeyed. It does not have to be fed. It does not have to become the whole truth. It can be met with a new response. When the mind says, I cannot, answer softly, I am willing. When the mind says, I am afraid, answer softly, I am safe in this moment. When the mind says nothing works, answer softly, life can surprise me in good ways. When the mind says, I am not enough, answer softly, I am enough, and I bless myself as I grow. This is not a fight. It is a loving redirection. Old negative words can feel like stones carried in the heart. Each one has weight. I am not lovable. I am not lucky. I am not strong. I am not ready. I am not wanted. Carrying these words for years is tiring. It takes energy to keep believing them. It takes energy to keep living under them. But each new loving word is like setting one stone down. The heart becomes lighter. The breath becomes easier. The path becomes clearer. There is a deep kindness in saying, I no longer choose to speak against myself. This sentence is a turning point. It does not mean all self-doubt disappears. It means a new decision has been made. It means the soul is no longer willing to be fed only fear. It means the heart is ready for a new language. It means the life is ready to shift. Speak this gently. I am willing to notice the words that hurt me, and I am willing to choose words that heal me. Let that be enough for now. Willingness is enough. Willingness is the beginning. Willingness is the small crack where light enters. No one has to leap from fear to full belief in one day. It is enough to become willing, willing to speak more kindly, willing to pause before repeating the old story, willing to let the body hear love, willing to stop watering the weeds, willing to plant something new. The old pattern may say, "This is too simple," but simple does not mean weak. A breath is simple, and it keeps the body alive. Sunlight is simple, and it helps life grow. Water is simple, and it cleanses. A loving word is simple, and it can heal places that force could never reach. The heart understands simple truth. The soul responds to gentle love. Every time a negative word is replaced with a loving one, energy changes. The change may be small, but it is real. A softer breath is real. A calmer thought is real. A kinder choice is real. A peaceful pause is real. These are signs that the words are working within. These are signs that the heavy energy is lifting. These are signs that the old pattern is losing power. There is no shame in having carried heavy words. Everyone has learned some form of fear. Everyone has repeated something painful at some time. Everyone has had moments of doubt, criticism, or worry. This does not make anyone broken. It makes them human. And because they are human, they can heal. Because they can notice, they can choose. Because they can choose, they can change. So begin now by listening with love. What words have been living inside? Which ones feel heavy? Which ones close the heart? Which ones make the body tired? Do not judge them. Simply notice. Then ask, what would love say instead? Love will always speak more gently. Love will always make room. Love will never shame the healing process. Love will say, I am here. Love will say, you are safe. Love will say, begin again. The old words may have shaped yesterday, but they do not have to shape tomorrow. A new word can be spoken today. A new sentence can be planted today. A new inner voice can begin today. And with each loving word, the whole life begins to shift from heaviness into light, from fear into trust, from self-criticism into self-blessing. I am willing to speak to myself with kindness. Repeat it slowly. I am willing to speak to myself with kindness. Let this be the new beginning. Let this be the new pattern. Let this be the first soft step out of heavy energy and into love. The moment a new word is chosen, a new door begins to open. It may not feel big at first. It may not feel powerful at first. It may feel like a very small change, almost too small to matter. But my dear, small, loving changes are how a whole life begins to shift. One gentle sentence can interrupt years of harsh thinking. One kind word can soften a place inside that has been tight for a very long time. One new phrase can become the first step into a new way of living. The old words may have been repeated for many years. They may have become familiar. They may have sounded like truth. But familiar does not always mean true. A thought can be familiar because it was practiced, not because it is right. A sentence can feel strong because it has been repeated, not because it belongs to the soul. This is why choosing new words is so sacred. It is a way of saying, I no longer let the old voice lead my life. I am willing to let love speak now. Choosing new words with love is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is not about hiding pain. It is not about saying sweet words while ignoring what hurts. It is about speaking to the hurt with kindness. It is about taking the mind by the hand and leading it gently toward peace. It is about giving the heart a new message. It is about saying, gee, even though fear is here, I can choose a softer truth. Even though doubt is here, I can choose a healing word. Even though the old story is loud, I can speak love louder, not with force, but with faith. When the mind says, I am not enough, love says, I am enough as I am, and I am still growing. Feel how different that is. The first sentence closes the heart. The second sentence gives the heart room to breathe. The first sentence feels like a heavy stone. The second feels like a warm hand. The first sentence says there is something wrong. The second says there is a life growing, learning, opening, and becoming. That is the difference between words that hurt and words that heal. When the mind says, I cannot change, love says, I am willing to change one thought at a time. That is a gentle truth. Change does not need to happen all at once. Healing does not need to be rushed. The soul does not need to be pushed. One thought at a time is enough. One breath at a time is enough. One kinder sentence at a time is enough. Life does not ask for perfection. Life asks for willingness. When the mind says nothing works for me, love says, life can support me in ways I do not yet see. This sentence opens space. It does not demand proof. It does not force the future. It simply leaves the door open for good. And sometimes leaving the door open is the beginning of a miracle. The mind may not know how life will help. The heart may not yet see the path. But the words create space for support to enter. When the mind says, I am always behind, love says, I am moving at the right pace for my soul. This is a healing word for a tired heart. So many people feel late to success, late to love, late to healing, late to becoming who they wanted to be. But the soul does not live by the world's clock. The soul grows in seasons. Some seasons are quiet. Some seasons are slow. Some seasons feel empty, but deep roots are growing under the surface. The words, I am moving at the right pace for my soul, bring the body back into trust. When the mind says, I am afraid, love says, I am safe in this moment. This does not deny fear. It gives fear a place to rest. It tells the body that right now, in this breath, there is safety. Right now, the heart can soften. Right now, the shoulders can drop. Right now, the body does not have to carry tomorrow. This is how loving words work. They bring us back to the present moment where peace can be found. The new words do not have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler they are, the deeper they often go. I am safe. I am loved. I am willing. I am open. I am healing. I am enough. Life supports me. Good is possible for me. These are simple words, but they carry great light. The heart understands them. The body understands them. The inner child understands them. Simple words can reach places that hard words cannot reach. There is no need to force belief at the beginning. Sometimes the new words will feel strange. Sometimes the mind will argue with them. Sometimes the old voice will say, "This is not true. That is all right." The old voice, it has had a lot of practice. It has spoken many times. It has been allowed to repeat itself for years. The new voice is just beginning. It needs care. It needs patience. It needs loving repetition. It does not need to win in one day. It only needs to be welcomed again and again. Imagine a room that has been dark for a long time. When the curtains are first opened, the light may feel too bright. The room may not look beautiful right away. Dust may be seen, corners may be noticed. Things may need to be cleaned, but the light is not wrong. The light is helping. In the same way, when loving words first enter the mind, they may show where old pain has been hiding. This is not failure. This is healing. The light is entering. Choosing new words with love means becoming very gentle with the self. It means noticing the old sentence and not turning it into another reason for shame. If the old sentence appears, simply say, "I see this old thought and I choose again." That is enough. There is no need to punish the mind for thinking fear. Fear is often just a part of the self asking for comfort. Give it comfort. Give it breath. Give it a new sentence. The most beautiful words often begin with, "I am willing." These words are soft. They do not create pressure. They do not demand that everything change right now. They simply open a door. I am willing to love myself. I am willing to receive good. I am willing to feel safe. I am willing to forgive the past. I am willing to speak kindly to myself. These words are powerful because willingness invites life in. Sometimes saying "I love myself" may feel too far away. If it does, begin with, "I am willing to learn to love myself." That sentence is honest. It is kind. It does not force the heart to pretend. It meets the heart where it is. This is very important. Healing words must feel like support, not pressure. They must feel like an open hand, not a command. The goal is not to repeat words perfectly. The goal is to create a loving relationship with the inner world. Every new word is like a seed. Some seeds grow quickly, some take time. Some need to be watered every day before anything is seen above the soil. But even when nothing is visible, growth may still be happening underneath. This is how affirmations work. The first few times, nothing may seem different. The 10th time, the body may soften a little. The 100th time, the words may begin to feel familiar. One day, without even noticing when it happened, the words begin to feel true. That is why repetition matters. But repetition must be gentle. Speak the words slowly. Let them enter the body. Do not rush them. Do not throw them at the heart. Offer them to the heart. There is a difference. A forced affirmation says, "Believe this now." A loving affirmation says, "I am here with you, and we are learning a new way." The heart responds to love, not pressure. A new word can be placed into any moment. When waking up, before the mind begins to worry, say, "Today I speak to myself with love." When looking in the mirror, say, "I am learning to see myself with kind eyes." When making a mistake, say, "I can learn without hurting myself." When feeling uncertain, say, "I trust the next step to appear." When feeling tired, say, "I allow myself to rest." When receiving kindness, say, "I am safe to receive good." These words slowly change the energy of daily life. The same day can feel different when it is held by kinder words. The same task can feel lighter when the mind is not attacking itself. The same challenge can feel more possible when the heart is supported. The outer life may not change in one instant, but the inner experience begins to change. And when the inner experience changes, the choices change. The breath changes. The posture changes. The way the world is met changes. New words create new feelings. New feelings create new choices. New choices create new patterns. New patterns create a new life. This is not magic in a faraway way. It is the deep law of inner life. What is repeated becomes strong. What is blessed grows. What is spoken with love begins to form a path. It is important to speak new words not only when life is easy, but also when life feels heavy. In fact, the heavy moments are where the new words are most needed. When fear rises, that is the moment to say, "I am safe in this breath." When sadness rises, that is the moment to say, "I hold myself with love." When doubt rises, that is the moment to say, "I am willing to trust the process." When anger rises, that is the moment to say, "I can feel this and still choose peace." These words are not meant to erase feelings. They are meant to hold them with kindness. Feelings are not enemies. Fear is not an enemy. Sadness is not an enemy. Anger is not an enemy. They are energies asking to be noticed. Loving words do not push them away. Loving words create a safe place for them to move through. A kind sentence tells the body, "You do not have to be afraid of what you feel. This is part of healing. This is part of becoming whole." There may be old words that come from deep places. Words like, I am not wanted, I am not lovable, I am not safe, I am not worthy. These words need great tenderness. Do not try to break them with force. Sit with them as you would sit with a child who is crying. Say, I hear you, I know you have been hurt, but I am here now. I choose a kinder truth. Then offer the new words slowly. I am wanted by life. I am lovable. I am safe to be here. I am worthy of good. Let the words be medicine. The more often loving words are spoken, the more the inner voice begins to change. The inner voice becomes less sharp. It becomes more patient. It becomes more supportive. It begins to sound like a friend. And when the inner voice becomes a friend, life becomes easier to live. Not because there are no challenges, but because there is no longer an enemy inside. This is one of the deepest shifts a person can make, to stop fighting the self and begin blessing the self. To stop speaking as if the self is a problem and begin speaking as if the self is precious. To stop saying, what is wrong with me, and begin saying, what part of me needs love right now? That one question can change everything. It moves the heart from judgment into care. It moves the mind from blame into healing. Words of love also help release the past. Many people keep the past alive by repeating the same painful story. That hurt me. That ruined me. That made me who I am. Pain deserves compassion, yes, but the past does not need to be given power forever. A new sentence can begin to loosen the old chain. I bless the past and I release it. I am allowed to grow beyond what happened. My life is still opening. I am not my old pain. These words create space for a new identity. Identity is shaped by the words attached to I am. This is why it is so important to speak I am with care. I am broken feels final. I am healing opens movement. I am unlucky closes the door. I am open to good opens it. I am alone creates separation. I am supported by life invites support. The words after I am become the clothes the soul wears. Choose them with love. Speak words that match the life being called in. If peace is desired, speak peace. If love is desired, speak love. If healing is desired, speak healing. If abundance is desired, speak openness. This does not mean pretending to have everything. It means aligning the inner world with what is welcome. A closed heart cannot easily receive. A harsh inner voice cannot easily rest. A mind full of lack cannot easily notice blessings. But loving words begin to open the way. There is power in saying, I choose. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose kind words. I choose to believe life can support me. These words return power to the present moment. They remind the heart that it is not trapped in the old pattern. They remind the mind that a new thought can be chosen. They remind the body that the present is not the past. Every day brings chances to choose again. A delay can become a reason to panic, or it can become a moment to say, I trust timing. A mistake can become a reason to attack the self, or it can become a moment to say, I am learning. A closed door can become proof that life is against the self, or it can become a moment to say, something better can still unfold. The words chosen in these moments shape the energy of the path. New words with love are not weak. They are not soft in a helpless way. They are strong because they create peace where fear once lived. They are strong because they interrupt old pain. They are strong because they teach the mind a new truth. They are strong because they help the heart open again. True power does not always shout. Sometimes true power whispers, I am safe, I am loved, I am willing, I choose again. Take a breath and feel the new possibility. The old words do not own the future. The past does not have to keep speaking through the present. The heart can learn a new language. The mind can practice a new sentence. The body can begin to trust a new feeling. Life can be met with softer eyes. Say gently, I am willing to speak to myself with kindness. Let the words settle. Let them become a promise. Let them become a practice. Let them become the beginning of a new inner voice. A voice that blesses instead of breaks. A voice that supports instead of shames. A voice that says again and again, I am worthy of love, and I choose words that help me remember. At first, loving words may feel like they are only touching the surface. They may feel like they are floating above the heart, not yet entering deeply. The mind may say, I hear the words, but I do not feel them. That is okay. This is part of the process. A new truth often arrives softly. It does not always feel real at once. It knocks on the door again and again until the heart is ready to open. To speak words until the body believes them means to repeat them with patience, not pressure. It means to come back to them every day, even when the old feelings are still there. It means to let the words become familiar. It means to allow the body to hear a new message so many times that it begins to relax into it. The body has heard many old messages. It has heard fear. It has heard worry. It has heard criticism. It has heard pressure. Now it needs time to hear love. The body believes what is repeated with feeling. If worry has been repeated for years, the body may feel worry as normal. If self-criticism has been repeated for years, the body may feel tension as normal. If lack has been repeated for years, the body may feel unsafe even when there is enough for today. This does not mean anything is wrong. It means the body has been trained by old words, and with love it can be trained again. When the words I am safe are spoken once, they may feel small. When they are spoken every morning, every night, and every time fear rises, they begin to create a new pattern. The breath may deepen, the shoulders may soften, the stomach may loosen, the heart may begin to trust. The body may slowly learn that it does not have to live ready for danger all the time. It may learn that this moment is safe enough to breathe. When the words "I am enough" are spoken once, the old voice may argue. It may say, "No, you are not." It may bring up mistakes, regrets, and memories. But when "I am enough" is spoken with kindness again and again, the heart begins to hear something different. It begins to feel that worth is not something earned by being perfect. Worth is something that has always been present. The words do not create worth. They help the heart remember it. When the words "I am open to good" are spoken once, the energy may still feel closed. But repeated gently, those words begin to open the hands, the chest, the mind, and the spirit. They tell life, "I am willing to receive." They tell the heart, "It is safe to let blessings come near." They tell the old fear, "You do not have to guard the door forever." Slowly, openness becomes natural. This is why repetition is sacred. Repetition is not empty when it is done with love. It is not just saying the same words again and again. It is watering the same seed. It is walking the same healing path until the path becomes clear. It is returning to the same light until the room is no longer dark. Each repetition matters, even when it does not seem to matter. Every loving word leaves a trace. A new affirmation is like a gentle drop of water falling onto dry earth. One drop may disappear quickly, but many drops over time soften the soil. Then the seed can open. Then roots can grow. Then something green can rise. The heart is the same. If it has been dry from fear, it needs repeated kindness. It needs soft words again and again. It needs to be watered with love. Do not be upset if the mind resists. Resistance is often part of healing. The old beliefs do not always leave quietly. They may question the new words. They may say, "This will not work." They may say, "You tried before." They may say, "You are only pretending." But resistance does not mean the affirmation is false. It means the old belief is being touched. It means something is moving. It means the new word has reached a place that needs healing. When resistance rises, do not fight it. Breathe into it. Say, "I am willing to let this be easy." Say, "I do not have to force myself to believe today." Say, "I can repeat these words gently and let them work in their own time." This is important. Affirmations are not a race. Healing is not a test. There is no need to measure every moment. There is only the practice of returning. The body loves gentle repetition. The breath repeats. The heart repeats. The sun rises again and again. The seasons return. Nature understands rhythm. The soul understands rhythm too. When loving words are repeated in a steady rhythm, they begin to feel safe. They become like a lullaby for the nervous system. They tell the body, "You can rest now. You are not alone. Love is here." Speak the words slowly. Do not rush them. Let each sentence have space. I am safe. Pause. Feel the breath. I am loved. Pause. Feel the heart. I am enough. Pause. Let the body listen. The pause matters. The silence after the affirmation gives the words room to enter. It lets the body receive the message. It turns words into presence. Many people repeat affirmations only in the mind, and that can be helpful. But speaking them out loud can be very powerful. The ears hear the words. The body feels the sound. The voice becomes part of the healing. There is something sacred about hearing the self speak kindly. For many people, the inner world has heard harsh words for too long. To hear kind words in one's own voice can be deeply healing. If speaking out loud feels uncomfortable, begin softly. Whisper. Place a hand on the heart. Say one sentence. I am willing to love myself. That is enough. The voice does not need to be strong at first. It only needs to be honest. Over time, the voice may become steadier. The words may feel warmer. The body may begin to welcome them. The best time to repeat healing words is when the mind is open. Morning is powerful because the day is just beginning. Before reaching for worry, reach for love. Before the old story begins, plant a new seed. Say, today I speak words that support me. Say, today I am open to peace. Say, today I bless my body, my mind, and my path. These first words can shape the energy of the day. Night is also powerful because the mind is preparing to rest. Before sleep, do not feed the heart with fear. Do not end the day with criticism. Offer the body peace. Say, I did enough today. Say, I release this day with love. Say, I am safe to rest. Say, while I sleep, life supports me. These words carry the heart into rest. They allow the body to soften. They tell the mind it does not need to solve everything tonight. Healing words can also be repeated in moments of stress. When standing in uncertainty, say, I trust the next step. When waiting for news, say, I am held in this moment. When feeling judged, say, I know who I am. When feeling tired, say, I give myself permission to rest. When feeling lonely, say, I am connected to love. These words become anchors. They keep the heart from being swept away by fear. The body may begin to show signs that it is believing. The breath may become slower. The face may soften. the hands may relax, the mind may become less sharp, the heart may feel less guarded. These are small signs, but they are precious. They show that the words are entering. They show that the body is listening. They show that a new pattern is being formed. There may also be tears. Let them come. Tears do not mean the words are not working. Sometimes tears mean the words have touched a place that has waited a long time to be loved. When saying, "I am enough," tears may rise because some part inside has never heard it gently. When saying, "I am safe," tears may rise because the body has been tired from guarding itself. When saying, "I love myself," tears may rise because the heart is opening. Tears are not failure. Tears are release. There may be moments of numbness too. That is also okay. Sometimes the heart has protected itself by feeling very little. Loving words may need time to reach through that protection. Keep speaking gently. Do not demand a feeling. Do not say, "Why can I not feel this?" That becomes another harsh word. Instead say, "I am willing to feel love in the right time." The body knows how to open when it feels safe. Repetition works best when it is joined with daily life. Do not keep affirmations separate from living. Let the words become part of walking, eating, working, resting, and making choices. When choosing food, say, "I nourish myself with love." When cleaning a space, say, "I make room for peace." When paying a bill, say, "Money flows through my life with ease." When answering a message, say, "I speak with kindness." The whole day can become a prayer. The goal is not to say many affirmations without feeling. It is better to say one affirmation with presence than many with pressure. Choose one sentence that feels important. Let it become a friend. Return to it again and again. Let it hold you. Let it guide you. Let it remind you who you are becoming. One true sentence, repeated with love, can be enough to begin a deep change. A beautiful sentence for this practice is, "I repeat loving words until they feel real in my heart." This sentence itself is gentle. It does not say, "The words must feel real right now." It honors the process. It says, "I am learning, I am practicing, I am giving my heart time." This is the energy of healing. There is no need to be upset with the self for not believing quickly. The heart may have been hurt, the mind may have been trained in fear, the body may have lived in stress for a long time. Of course it may need time. Of course it may need repeated kindness. Of course it may need many gentle reminders. That is not weakness. That is the natural way of healing. When a child is learning to walk, no one says, "You failed because you fell." The child is lifted with love and encouraged to try again. The inner self needs the same kindness. When the old thought returns, do not say, I failed. Say, I am practicing. When fear rises again, do not say, I have not changed. Say, I am learning to answer fear with love. When the body feels heavy, do not say, this is not working. Say, I give myself time. Time and repetition are powerful partners. Over time, the words begin to move from the mouth into the mind, from the mind into the heart, from the heart into the body, and from the body into life. The words become choices. The choices become habits. The habits become identity. Then one day, the person who once said, I am not enough, naturally says, I honor who I am. The person who once said, I am afraid, naturally says, I can meet this moment. The person who once said, good never comes, naturally says, I am open to good in many ways. This is becoming the words. It is not about acting. It is not about pretending. It is about letting the words reshape the inner world until they become natural. It is about speaking peace until the body knows peace, speaking love until the heart knows love, speaking worth until the soul remembers worth, speaking trust until life feels less frightening. A shift in the body can become a shift in the whole life. When the body believes, I am safe, choices change. There is less need to chase, less need to please, less need to hide. When the body believes, I am worthy, relationships change. Boundaries become easier. Receiving becomes easier. Self-respect becomes natural. When the body believes life supports me, the future feels less heavy. The heart becomes more open to possibility. This is why affirmations are not just positive words. They are spiritual training. They train the mind to return to love. They train the body to feel safe. They train the heart to receive. They train the soul to remember its truth. Every repetition is a step toward becoming. There will come a moment when the words no longer feel separate. They will not feel like something being placed on top of pain. They will feel like something rising from within. The words, I am loved, will begin to feel like home. The words, I am safe, will begin to feel like breath. The words, I am enough, will begin to feel like truth. This is the shift. This is the quiet miracle of repetition. Until that moment comes, keep speaking gently. Keep blessing the body. Key, P choosing the new sentence. Keep returning to love. Every time the words are spoken, the path becomes clearer. Every time the words are felt, the heart becomes softer. Every time the words are repeated, the old pattern becomes weaker and the new truth becomes stronger. Say softly now, I repeat loving words until they feel real in my heart. Let the body hear it. Let the heart receive it. Let the mind rest inside it. These words are not only words. They are a new beginning repeated until it becomes a new life. Imagine that every loving word has a light inside it, not a harsh light, not a light that forces the eyes open, a soft, warm, golden light the kind of light that enters a room in the morning and gently touches everything, the kind of light that does not shout but still changes the whole space. This is what loving words can become inside the body. They can become light. They can become warmth. They can become peace moving through places that have felt heavy for too long. Take a slow breath and imagine one simple sentence entering the heart. I am safe. See those words as golden light. Let them rest in the center of the chest. Let them glow there. Not too bright, not too fast, just warm enough to be felt. With each breath, the light spreads a little wider. It moves across the chest. It softens the heart. It relaxes the shoulders. It tells the body, you do not have to hold everything so tightly. Now imagine another sentence. I am loved. Let these words enter like sunlight. Let them move into the places that have felt lonely, unseen, or forgotten. Let them touch the old sadness. Let them sit beside the quiet ache. The words do not need to fix everything in one moment. They only need to bring warmth. They only need to remind the heart that love is still present, even when it has been hard to feel. Every kind word can travel through the body like healing light. A word of peace can move into the mind. A word of love can move into the heart. A word of trust can move into the stomach, where worry often lives. A word of safety can move into the nervous system. A word of worth can move into the face, the hands, the spine, the breath. The whole body can become a place where loving words are welcomed. The body holds many stories. It remembers moments the mind may not think about often. It remembers fear. It remembers shame. It remembers pressure. It remembers times when love did not feel safe. It remembers being judged. It remembers trying to be perfect. It remembers carrying too much. This is why words must not only be thought, they must be felt. They must be breathed into the body. They must be allowed to reach the places that still need care. When saying, I am safe, let the body feel safety. When saying, I am enough, let the body feel enoughness. When saying, I release what I no longer need, let the body feel the release. This is not about saying words quickly and moving on. This is about allowing the words to become an experience. A healing word becomes stronger when it is felt in the body. Place one hand over the heart, even if only in imagination, and let the words become warm. My words are light. Feel that. My words are healing. Feel that. My words are creating my new life. Feel that. These sentences carry a soft power. They remind the body that language is not only mental. Language is energy. Language is vibration. Language is a way of touching the inner world. Imagine the heart as a room. For a long time, that room may have held boxes of old fear, old shame, old worry, and old pain. Some boxes may have been there for years. Some may have been so familiar that they were no longer noticed. Now imagine every loving word as light entering that room. The light does not judge what is there. It does not say, "Why is this here?" It simply shines. And as it shines, the room becomes easier to see, easier to clean, easier to bless, easier to open. This is what healing words do. They help bring light to the inner rooms. They make it possible to see without shame. They make it possible to release without fear. They make it possible to say, "This old belief has lived here long enough. I thank it for trying to protect me, and now I let it go." Then the light grows stronger. Imagine now that the golden light from the words moves down into the stomach. This is where many people carry worry. The stomach tightens when life feels uncertain. It turns when fear rises. It holds the energy of trying to control what cannot be controlled. Let the words move there now. I trust life. Softly, slowly, I trust the next step. Let that golden light warm the stomach. Let it loosen the knot. Let it remind the body that it does not need to solve everything in this one moment. Now, let the light move into the throat. This is where words are born. This is where truth waits to be spoken. This is where many old words may have been held back. Maybe the throat has carried silence. Maybe it has carried fear of speaking. Maybe it has carried words that were swallowed because they did not feel safe to say. Let the light enter the throat and say, "It is safe to speak with love." Feel that sentence. Let it bless the voice. Let it clear the old fear. Let the voice become a healing place. The voice can be a tool of love. It can bless the body. It can calm the mind. It can comfort the heart. It can call in peace. It can speak a new reality. The same voice that once repeated fear can now repeat truth. The same voice that once criticized can now bless. The same voice that once said, "I cannot," can now say, "I am willing." This is transformation. Let the golden light move into the head, into the mind, into the thoughts. Many minds are busy. They jump from one worry to another. They replay the past. They rush into the future. They judge. They plan. They fear. Now let the words, "I choose peace," enter the mind like soft light. Let the thoughts slow down. Let the mind understand that it does not need to run all day to keep life safe. Let it rest for a moment in the words, "I choose peace." Peace begins as a choice, then becomes a practice, then becomes a feeling, then becomes a way of living. At first, the mind may only touch peace for a few seconds. That is enough. A few seconds of peace are still peace. The more often peace is chosen, the more the mind remembers the way back. Loving words are like small lamps along the path. They show the way home. Now, let the light move into the hands. The hands do so much. They hold, give, work, clean, carry, create, and reach. Sometimes the hands hold on too tightly. Sometimes they try to control. Sometimes they grip what is ready to leave. Let the words enter the hands now. I release. I receive. See the hands opening. See old fear falling away like dust. See the palms filling with golden light. These hands do not need to chase. These hands can receive. To receive is not weak. To receive is part of the natural flow of life. The earth receives rain. Flowers receive sunlight. The lungs receive air. The heart receives love. The soul receives grace. When the words, I am safe to receive, move through the hands, the whole body begins to open. The energy changes from grasping to allowing, from chasing to trusting, from fear to welcome. Let the light move down into the feet. The feet carry the body through life. They step into new days. They stand through hard moments. They keep going even when the heart feels tired. Let the words bless the feet. I am guided. Let golden light move through the legs and into the ground. Feel support. Feel steadiness. Feel the earth holding the body. There is no need to rush. The next step will appear. The path does not need to be fully seen to be walked. I am guided is a powerful sentence. It helps the body stop acting as if it is alone. It reminds the heart that life has wisdom. It reminds the mind that not every answer has to come at once. Guidance can arrive as a feeling, a small idea, a sudden calm, a closed door, an open one, a quiet knowing. When the words, I am guided, are repeated, the body begins to walk with more trust. Now imagine the whole body filled with golden light, the chest, the throat, the stomach, the mind, the hands, the feet. Every part touched by loving words. Every part hearing a new message. Every part being invited into peace. The light does not need to be forced. It flows naturally. It moves where it is needed. It knows how to reach the places that words alone may not reach. Say softly, my words are light. My words are healing. My words are creating my new life. Let each sentence move through the body. My words are light. Let the mind brighten. My words are healing. Let the heart soften. My words are creating my new life. Let the whole body receive. The new life begins inside. Before it appears in the outer world, it is felt as a new inner atmosphere, a softer breath, a kinder thought, a quieter fear, a more open heart, a body that no longer feels like a battlefield, a mind that no longer attacks every dream, a voice that no longer repeats only pain. This is the beginning of the shift. Words become light when they are spoken with love. Words become healing when they are repeated with patience. Words become life when they are lived each day. To say, I am peaceful and then pause before reacting is to live the word. To say, I am worthy, and then accept kindness is to live the word. To say, I trust life, and then release the need to control every detail is to live the word. This is how words become the body. This is how words become action. This is how words become a new reality. The body may need time to hold the light. That is okay. Sometimes old heaviness rises as the light enters. Sometimes sadness appears. Sometimes tiredness comes. Sometimes the body asks for rest. Listen. Healing is not always loud. Sometimes healing feels like needing sleep. Sometimes it feels like crying. Sometimes it feels like silence. Sometimes it feels like finally saying no. Sometimes it feels like finally saying yes. Loving words help guide each step. There is no need to rush the light. Let it move slowly. Let it enter one place at a time. Let it bless one belief at a time. Let it soften one memory at a time. The body knows the pace. The soul knows the way. The words are simply the gentle invitation. A beautiful practice is to choose one part of the body each day and speak love to it. To the heart, thank you for staying open. To the mind, thank you for learning peace. To the hands, thank you for serving life. To the feet, thank you for carrying me. To the breath, thank you for keeping me here. These words create a loving relationship with the body. They turn the body into a sacred place instead of something to judge. So many people speak to the body only with criticism. They say it is not enough, not young enough, not thin enough, not strong enough, not beautiful enough. The body hears these words. It carries them. It becomes tired. But the body is not an enemy. The body is a faithful companion. It has carried the soul through every season. It deserves kind words. It deserves thanks. It deserves blessing. Begin to say, I bless my body with love. Say, every cell listens to my loving words. Say, my body is safe to relax. Say, I am grateful for this body that carries me. These words can bring deep peace. They turn the body from a place of judgment into a place of prayer. The more the body receives loving words, the more life feels safe from within. And when life feels safe from within, the outer world loses some of its power to shake the spirit. Challenges may still come, but the inner foundation becomes stronger. Uncertainty may still appear, but the body knows how to breathe. Old fear may still knock, but the heart has a new answer. The answer is love. Imagine now that every word spoken today leaves a trail of light. every kind word to the self, every blessing, every affirmation, every gentle correction, every moment of choosing peace. These lights begin to form a path, a golden path through the day. And each time the old pattern tries to return, the lighted path is there, calling the heart back. This is the path of becoming, not by force, not by shame, not by trying to be perfect, but by speaking light into the body until the body remembers it is safe. Speaking love into thee, a heart, until the heart remembers it is worthy. Speaking peace into the mind until the mind remembers it can rest. Speaking trust into the soul until the soul remembers it is guided. The words are not only something said, they are something received. Let the body receive them now. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. I am healing. I am open to good. I trust life. My words are light. My words are healing. My words are creating my new life. Let the light settle. Let the body listen. Let the heart open at its own pace. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be proven. The words are already working in the quiet places. The shift has already begun. The words spoken with feeling create an energy around the body. This energy may not be seen with the eyes, but it can be felt. Every person has felt this before. There are moments when a room feels heavy before anyone explains why. There are moments when a person enters with peace and the whole space feels softer. There are moments when a kind word changes the mood of the day. This is because words carry energy, thoughts carry energy, feelings carry energy, and the energy that is repeated becomes the atmosphere a person lives in. When the words are full of fear, the energy becomes tight. The body prepares for something bad. The mind begins to search for danger. The heart becomes careful and guarded. Even when good things come near, fear may not allow them in. It may question them. It may doubt them. It may push them away before they have a chance to bless the life. This is why fear-based words can make life feel smaller than it really is. But when the words are full of love, something opens. The breath becomes softer. The body becomes more available to peace. The heart becomes more willing to receive. The mind begins to notice support. The same world can be seen through different eyes. A small kindness becomes easier to notice. A new idea becomes easier to hear. A door that was overlooked before may suddenly become visible. This is how words begin to change what is attracted, because they first change what is noticed, welcomed, and allowed. The words, I am open to good, create a different energy than nothing good happens to me. One sentence opens the heart. The other closes it. One sentence invites life. The other argues with life before it arrives. One sentence creates space. The other builds a wall. And life responds to the space that is created. When the heart opens, blessings have somewhere to land. This does not mean every thought must be perfect. It does not mean fear will never appear. It means that each time fear appears, there is a choice. The old words can be repeated, or new words can be spoken. The old energy can be fed, or a new energy can be planted. This choice is powerful. It may look small from the outside, but inside it changes the whole direction of the moment. When someone wakes up and says, "This day will be hard," the body hears it and becomes ready for difficulty. The mind begins to collect proof that the day is hard. A delay feels heavier. A small mistake feels bigger. A simple task feels like too much. But when the day begins with, "I am open to peace today," the energy changes. The day may still have challenges, but the heart is not meeting them from the same place. There is more space. There is more breath. There is more trust. Words become like magnets because they tune attention. If the mind repeats lack, it looks for lack. If the mind repeats blessing, it begins to see blessing. If the mind repeats, "I am supported," it begins to notice support in small ways. A kind message, a helpful thought, a moment of rest, a solution that appears at the right time. These may have been there before, but now the heart is open enough to recognize them. To attract good does not mean to sit still and do nothing. It means to become inwardly ready to meet good when it comes. It means to stop blocking blessings with words of unworthiness. It means to stop telling life, "I cannot have this," and begin saying, "I am willing to receive this." It means to walk through life with a softer heart and a clearer signal. The signal of fear says, "I am not safe." The signal of lack says, "There is not enough." The signal of shame says, "I do not deserve." The signal of love says, "I am open." The signal of trust says, "I am guided." The signal of gratitude says, "I see the good that is already here." These signals shape the way life feels. They shape what is accepted. They shape what is ignored. They shape what is chosen. A person who repeats, "I am worthy of love," begins to behave differently over time. They may stop chasing people who do not see their value. They may stop accepting words that wound the heart. They may begin to speak more honestly. They may begin to choose relationships that feel safe. The affirmation does not only attract love from outside, it awakens love inside. And when love awakens inside, the outer choices begin to change. A person who repeats, "I am open to abundance," may begin to notice new ideas. They may treat money with less fear. They may stop saying, "I never have enough," and start asking, "What is possible now?" They may feel more confident receiving help, learning new skills, or saying yes to opportunities. The words create a new inner doorway. Through that doorway, different choices become possible. A person who repeats, "I am healthy, whole, and at peace," may begin to care for the body differently. They may rest sooner. They may speak more kindly to the body. They may choose food, movement, sleep, and quiet moments with more love. The words remind the body that it is not an enemy. The energy of care begins to grow. And where care grows, healing has more space. This is why words matter in spiritual life. They are not only sounds, they are invitations. Every word says to life, "This is what I am practicing." Every repeated sentence says to the mind, "This is where we are going." Every affirmation says to the body, "This is the new feeling we are learning." And life, in its quiet way, begins to meet that new practice. The universe does not need loud words. It does not need begging. It does not need panic. It responds to alignment. Alignment means the words, feelings, and choices begin to move in the same direction. If the desire is peace, the words must begin to speak peace. If the desire is love, the words must begin to speak love. If the desire is abundance, the words must begin to speak openness and trust. If the desire is healing, the words must begin to speak kindness to the body and the heart. There is great power in saying, "My loving words attract loving experiences." This sentence is simple, but it changes the inner posture. It reminds the heart that love begins in the way the self is spoken to. It reminds the mind that life is not only happening outside, it is also being shaped inside. It reminds the body that kindness is safe. It reminds the soul that it is allowed to receive good. Say it softly now. My loving words attract loving experiences. Let the sentence move through the heart. Feel the difference between this and the old words. The old words may have said, "No one cares." These new words say, "Love can meet me in many ways." The old words may have said, "Good things do not happen." These new words say, "Good can find me." The old words may have said, "I have to fight for everything." These new words say, "Life can support me." The energy of loving words is not weak. It is strong because it refuses to keep feeding fear. It is strong because it opens the heart after pain. It is strong because it chooses peace when the old habit wants panic. It is strong because it lets the self become a friend instead of an enemy. That is true strength. When the inner voice becomes loving, the world is no longer met through the same fear. A delay may no longer mean rejection. It may mean timing. A closed door may no longer mean failure. It may mean redirection. A quiet season may no longer mean nothing is happening. It may mean roots are growing. A mistake may no longer mean shame. It may mean learning. The words change the meaning, and the meaning changes the energy. Meaning is powerful. Two people can experience the same moment and feel very different things because of the meaning they give it. One may say, "This is proof that life is against me." Another may say, "This is guiding me towards something better." The event may be the same, but the inner language creates a different path. One path leads deeper into fear. The other opens toward trust. This does not mean pain is ignored. Pain deserves compassion. Hard moments deserve honesty. But even inside pain, the words can still be loving. Instead of saying, "This will destroy me," say, "I am supported as I move through this." Instead of saying, "I cannot handle this," say, "I take one breath, one step, one moment at a time." Instead of saying, "Nothing will ever change," say, "Change is possible, even if I cannot see it yet." These words do not deny the pain. They keep hope alive. Hope is an energy too. Trust is an energy. Gratitude is an energy. Peace is an energy. The words that carry these feelings begin to fill the body with a new vibration. Over time, this vibration becomes more natural. The body no longer lives as only in defense. The mind no longer expects only struggle. The heart no longer closes before good can enter. When the heart is open, the smallest blessings become visible. A peaceful morning, a warm drink, a kind word, a safe place to rest, a sudden idea, a moment of laughter, a breath that feels easy. These are not small when they are seen with gratitude. They are signs that life is still giving. They are signs that love is still moving. They are signs that the energy is shifting. And as gratitude grows, more good is noticed. What is noticed is appreciated. What is appreciated expands in awareness. The more the mind sees good, the more the heart expects good. The more the heart expects good, the more willing it becomes to receive good. This is the gentle cycle of attraction. It begins with words. It grows through feeling. It becomes real through practice. The words spoken in private are especially powerful. The world may not hear them, but the inner self does. The soul hears every whisper. The body hears every quiet sentence. The heart hears every secret belief. So speak gently when no one is listening. Bless the self in the quiet moments. Speak love into the day before anyone else speaks into it. Speak peace into the night before sleep. Speak trust into the unknown. There is no need to wait until life is perfect to speak beautiful words. Speak them now. Speak them in the middle of uncertainty. Speak them while healing. Speak them while learning. Speak them while still afraid. This is how the energy changes. Not by waiting for the outside to become safe first, but by creating safety inside one word at a time. A powerful practice is to pause before speaking any old sentence and ask, "Is this what I want to invite into my energy?" If the answer is no, choose again. If the words are heavy, soften them. If the words are fearful, bring love to them. If the words are final, open them. Instead of I am stuck, say a new way can open. Instead of I have no support, say support can come in many forms. Instead of I always fail, say I am learning how to succeed with love. This simple shift changes the emotional field. It changes how the body feels in the moment. It changes the choices that become available. It changes what the heart is willing to receive. The words may be small, but their direction matters. A ship changes course by small degrees and ends up in a completely different place. A life can do the same. The words spoken today are setting a direction. They are pointing the heart somewhere. They are teaching the mind what to expect. They are training the body how to feel. So let the words point toward love. Let them point toward peace. Let them point toward trust. Let them point toward healing. Let them point toward the good that is ready to be welcomed. Say gently, my loving words attract loving experiences. Say it again, softer. My loving words attract loving experiences. Let the body feel it. Let the heart open to it. Let the mind become willing to believe it. Every loving word spoken today is a light placed on the path. Every loving sentence is a signal of trust. Every blessing given to the self becomes part of the energy carried into the world. And as the energy changes, life begins to answer in new ways. The way the day begins matters. The first words spoken to the self can become the tone of the day. Before the world asks for attention, before messages, duties, noise, and plans begin, there is a quiet doorway. This doorway is the morning. It is a sacred moment because the mind is still soft. The heart is still close to rest. The day has not yet been filled with old stories. In this gentle space, new words can be planted. Many people begin the day by reaching for worry. Before the feet even touch the floor, the mind begins to say, I have so much to do. I am tired. I am late. This will be hard. These words may feel normal, but they place heaviness on the day before it has even begun. They teach the body to start with pressure. They teach the mind to expect stress. They teach the heart to close before life has had a chance to offer anything. But the morning can begin differently. The first words can be loving. The first breath can be peaceful. The first thought can be chosen with care. Place a hand over the heart and say, today I speak words that support me. This sentence is simple, but it changes the energy. It tells the mind, we are not beginning with fear today. It tells the body, you will not be attacked today. It tells the heart, kindness is welcome here. Today, I speak words that support me. Let this be a morning seed. It does not need to be spoken loudly. It can be whispered. It can be thought quietly. It can be breathed into the heart. What matters is the feeling behind it. The feeling says, I am on my own side. I will not leave myself. I will not use my words as weapons against my spirit. I will use them as support. Morning affirmations are like opening the curtains of the inner room. The light was always available, but the curtains must be opened. When loving words are spoken in the morning, the day begins with more space. The mind may still have tasks. Life may still bring surprises. But something inside has been blessed first. Something inside has been reminded, I am safe to move through this day. A beautiful morning practice is to take 3 slow breaths before speaking. The first breath is for peace. The second breath is for love. The third breath is for trust. Then say, today I speak words that support me. Today I welcome good. Today I move through life with a kind heart. These words create a soft path for the day. The day does not have to be controlled. It only needs to be entered with awareness. There may be moments that test patience. There may be conversations that bring up old feelings. There may be delays, changes, or unexpected needs. But when the inner voice has been strengthened in the morning, it becomes easier to return to love. The affirmation becomes an anchor. When the day becomes loud, the heart can remember. Today, I speak words that support me. Supportive words are not only used during quiet moments. Louise Hay are used during real life. When the mind wants to rush, say, I move one step at a time. When the heart feels unsure, say, I am guided. When the body feels tired, say, I listen to my needs with love. When the old voice says, you are not doing enough, say, I honor the good I am doing. In this way, the morning affirmation continues throughout the day. Words can bless ordinary actions. While drinking water, say, I receive life with gratitude. While getting dressed, say, I honor myself today. While walking, say, each step leads me where I need to be. While working, say, I bring peace to what I do. While resting, say, rest is safe for me. These small blessings turn the day into a spiritual practice. A life does not change only in big moments. It changes in small repeated choices. It changes in the way the morning is entered. It changes in the way the self is spoken to after a mistake. It changes in the way the body is treated when tired. It changes in the words chosen when fear appears. Every small moment is a chance to choose the new voice. The morning is one side of the practice. The night is the other. Night is sacred because it is a time of release. The day is ending. The body is asking to rest. The mind is preparing to enter sleep. This is not the time to fill the heart with harsh words. It is not the time to replay every mistake with criticism. It is not the time to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Night is the time to bless, release, and soften. Many people go to sleep with worry. They carry conversations, regrets, fears, and unfinished tasks into bed. The body lies down, but the mind keeps working. The heart wants peace. but the inner voice keeps speaking pressure. This is why night affirmations are so healing. They give the mind permission to rest. They give the body permission to let go. They give the heart a soft place to land. Before sleep, place a hand over the heart and say, I bless myself with kind words, and I rest in peace. Let that sentence become a warm blanket around the spirit. Let it cover the day. Let it soften the edges of anything that felt hard. Let it remind the body that the day is complete for now. I bless myself with kind words, and I rest in peace. These words are a gift. They do not require the day to have been perfect. They do not require every problem to be solved. They do not require every emotion to be understood. They simply say, I choose peace now. I choose to end the day with love. I choose not to carry everything into sleep. At night, the mind may try to review what went wrong. It may say, you should have done more. It may say, you should not have said that. It may say, tomorrow will be difficult. When these thoughts arise, answer gently. I did the best I could with what I knew today. I release what I cannot change tonight. Tomorrow will meet me with new grace. I am safe to rest. These words help the nervous system soften. Sleep is a time of trust. To sleep is to let go. The body stops trying. The mind releases control. The breath continues without effort. The heart keeps beating without being told every night. Life proves that support is present even when the thinking mind is quiet. This is a beautiful reminder. If life can care for the body through the night, life can also support the soul through the day. Night affirmations can include forgiveness, not heavy forgiveness, not forced forgiveness, simple forgiveness. I forgive myself for not being perfect today. I release the need to punish myself. I allow this day to be complete. I let love hold what I do not understand. These words clean the heart before rest. They stop the mind from turning mistakes into identity. No day is perfect. No person speaks perfectly, chooses perfectly, or feels perfectly. But every day can end with love. Every night can become a return to kindness. Every evening can become a small ceremony of release. The words spoken before sleep enter deeply because the mind is slowing down. This is a powerful time to plant peace. A simple night practice is to name 3 blessings from the day. They do not have to be large. A moment of quiet. A kind word, a meal, a breath, a small sign of progress, a feeling of hope, a chance to begin again. Then say, I am grateful for the good in this day. I release the rest with love. Gratitude softens the heart. Release clears the mind. Love prepares the body for rest. The morning plants the seed. The night waters it. Morning says, today I choose kind words. Night says, I bless myself for the journey of today. Together, they create a rhythm of love, a rhythm of awareness, a rhythm of becoming. This rhythm slowly changes the inner world. There is no need for a long routine. A few simple words spoken with feeling are enough. The heart does not need complicated steps. It needs presence. It needs kindness. It needs repetition. Morning and night are two open doors. Walk through them with love. In the morning, say, today, I speak words that support me. At night, say, I bless myself with kind words, and I rest in peace. Let these two sentences become companions. Let them hold the beginning and ending of the day. Let them remind the heart that life can be lived with more gentleness. Let them teach the mind that words are chosen, not only repeated by habit. Let them show the body that it is safe to start the day with love and safe to end the day with peace. As this practice continues, the day may begin to feel different. The morning may feel less heavy. The night may feel less restless. The inner voice may become softer. The body may begin to trust the rhythm. The heart may begin to expect kindness. These are signs of change. These are signs that the words are becoming part of life. The practice is simple, but it is powerful. Begin with love. End with love. Return to love throughout the day. Let the words become a circle of support around the life. Let them hold the mind when it wanders into fear. Let them hold the heart when it feels tender. Let them hold the body when it needs rest. Today, I speak words that support me. I bless myself with kind words, and I rest in peace. These words are enough. They are a beginning. They are a return. They are a quiet promise that the self will no longer be abandoned in thought, in speech, or in silence. Each morning, love begins again. Each night, love receives the day. And in this steady rhythm, the whole life begins to shift. When new words are first spoken, the change may be very quiet. It may not arrive like a sudden wave. It may not feel dramatic. It may not look like the whole life has changed overnight. Sometimes the first sign of healing is very small. A softer breath, a moment of calm, a pause before speaking harshly, a little more kindness in the mirror, a feeling that maybe, just maybe, things can be different. Do not overlook the quiet changes. They are sacred. A seed does not make noise when it begins to open under the soil. Roots do not announce themselves as they grow. The sun does not shout as it rises. Many of the most powerful things in life happen quietly. Healing is often the same. The words may be working deep within before the outer world shows anything new. At first, it may seem like nothing is happening. The same problems may still be there. The same responsibilities may still be waiting. The same feelings may still visit. But inside, something is beginning to shift. The old words are being questioned. The new words are being planted. The heart is learning to trust a different voice. The body is learning that it can soften. The mind is learning that it does not have to repeat fear all day. This quiet beginning is important. Many people stop too soon because they expect the change to feel big right away. They say a new affirmation for a few days and then think, nothing changed. But something may be changing in the unseen places. The soil may be softening. The roots may be forming. The old belief may be loosening. The new energy may be gathering strength. Every loving word spoken is doing something, even if the mind does not believe it fully yet, even if the heart still feels tender, even if the body still carries fear. A loving word is never wasted. It enters the inner world. It leaves light. It creates a new option. It gives the heart another way to respond. Imagine a path through a field. If the same path has been walked for years, the ground is clear there. It is easy to walk that way because it has been used so often. This is how old thoughts work. The path of fear may feel easy because it has been walked many times. The path of criticism may feel natural because it has been practiced. The path of lack may feel automatic because the mind knows it well. Now imagine beginning a new path through the field. At first the grass is tall. The way is not clear. It may feel strange to walk there, but each time the new path is taken, it becomes easier. Each time the loving word is spoken, the path becomes clearer. Each time the old thought is answered with kindness, the new way grows stronger. One day, the new path feels natural. One day, the heart goes there without effort. This is why patience matters. The new words are creating a new path inside. Give them time. Give the body time. Give the mind time. Give the heart time. There is not a need to rush becoming. Everything true grows in its own rhythm. The change may begin as a small pause. Before, the old thought may have taken over completely. Now there is a moment of awareness. The mind says, I am not enough. And something inside says, wait, that is the old story. This pause is powerful. It means awareness has entered. It means the self is no longer lost inside the thought. It means a choice is possible. Then comes the new word. I am enough as I am, and I am still growing. Maybe the words do not feel fully true yet. That is okay. The important thing is that the old thought was not allowed to speak alone. Love answered. That is a shift. That is healing. That is the beginning of a new inner relationship. The change may begin as a softer reaction. A moment that once caused panic may now bring only a deep breath. A mistake that once caused self-attack may now bring the words, "I am learning." A delay that once felt like rejection may now bring the thought, "Timing can still be perfect." These moments matter. They show that the words are becoming part of the way life is met. The change may begin as rest. The body may suddenly feel tired after years of holding tension. This is not failure. Sometimes when the body begins to feel safe, it finally lets down. It asks for sleep. It asks for quiet. It asks for gentleness. Listen to that. Rest can be part of the shift. Peace can feel unfamiliar at first to a body that has lived in pressure. Give the body permission to learn peace slowly. The change may begin as tears. A simple affirmation may open something tender. The words, "I am loved," may touch an old, lonely place. The words, "I am safe," may reach a body that has been afraid for too long. The words, "I forgive myself," may soften years of guilt. Tears are not a sign that the practice is not working. They may be a sign that it is reaching the places that need love most. The change may begin as a desire to choose differently. Maybe the old habit no longer feels as comfortable. Maybe harsh words no longer feel acceptable. Maybe certain conversations feel too heavy. Maybe the heart begins to crave peace. Maybe the body begins to ask for better care. This is the new language becoming active. The words are no longer only words. They are turning into choices. Every loving word spoken is changing the inner standard. The self begins to feel what kindness is like. Then old harshness becomes easier to recognize. The heart begins to know what peace feels like. Then chaos becomes less attractive. The body begins to feel what safety is like. Then pressure no longer feels like home. This is how transformation happens. The new feeling shows what no longer belongs. The change may also bring discomfort at first. This is natural. A new way of being can feel strange even when it is good. If criticism has been familiar, kindness may feel unfamiliar. If struggle has been familiar, ease may feel uncomfortable. If giving has been familiar, receiving may feel strange. If fear has been familiar, peace may feel too quiet. Do not mistake unfamiliar for wrong. Sometime, as the soul is simply learning a new home. When the new words feel strange, keep them gentle. Do not force the heart. Say, "I am willing to let this become natural." Say, "I give myself time." Say, "I do not need to rush my healing." These words help the process feel safe. They remind the body that growth does not have to be painful to be real. One of the most beautiful signs of change is when the inner voice becomes kinder without effort. Maybe one day, after making a mistake, the first thought is not, "I am terrible." Maybe the first thought becomes, "I can learn from this." That is a miracle. Maybe one day, while looking in the mirror, the mind does not attack. Maybe it says, "I am learning to love you." That is a miracle. Maybe one day, while waiting for something important, fear rises, but trust rises too. That is a miracle. These quiet miracles are worth honoring. Do not wait for a huge change before giving thanks. Give thanks for the small signs. Give thanks for the softer breath. Give thanks for the kinder thought. Give thanks for the moment of awareness. Give thanks for the willingness to begin again. Gratitude helps the change grow. What is blessed becomes stronger in the heart. Say softly, "Every loving word I speak is changing my life in beautiful ways." Let this sentence bring patience. Let it remind the heart that unseen work is still work. Let it remind the mind that slow change is still change. Let it remind the body that healing does not need to be rushed. Every loving word I speak is changing my life in beautiful ways. The word every is important. Every loving word. Not only the ones spoken with perfect belief. Not only the ones spoken on easy days. Not only the ones spoken when the heart feels strong. Even the words spoken through tears matter. Even the words whispered with doubt matter. Even the words repeated when the old story feels loud matter. Every loving word is a step. The shift may not be loud, but it is real. A mountain is shaped by time. A river shapes stone by steady movement. A tree grows quietly for years before giving shade. The soul also grows through steady, loving practice. There is no need to demand proof every day. Trust the process. Trust the repetition. Trust the way love works in hidden places. Sometimes life tests the new words. A situation appears that would normally trigger the old pattern. This is not a punishment. It is a chance to practice. It is a chance to see the new voice in action. It is a chance to say, "I choose peace here too. I choose love here too. I choose trust here too." Every practice moment strengthens the new path. Do not be discouraged by days when the old words return. They may return. That does not erase the progress. A cloudy day does not mean the sun has disappeared. A fearful thought does not mean healing has stopped. A hard moment does not mean the old life has won. It means love is being invited again. Return gently. Begin again. Speak the new words again. Beginning again is one of the greatest spiritual powers. No matter how many times the mind returns to fear, love can be chum. Sen again. No matter how many times the old sentence appears, a new sentence can answer. No matter how many times the heart closes, it can open again. This is freedom. The past may have been repeated many times, but the present moment always allows a new word. The quiet change may become visible over time. Others may notice something softer. They may feel more calm around this new energy. They may see more peace in the eyes. They may hear more kindness in the voice. They may notice that old reactions are not as strong. But the deepest change is the one felt inside. The feeling of being more at home in the self. The feeling of not being at war within. The feeling of having a loving voice to return to. This inner friendship is one of the greatest gifts of affirmation practice. The self becomes a safe place. The mind becomes less cruel. The body becomes less tense. The heart becomes less guarded. Life becomes easier to meet because there is support inside. The words have become a home. Every loving word I speak is changing my life in beautiful ways. Say it again slowly. Every loving word I speak is changing my life in beautiful ways. Let the sentence create trust in quiet progress. Let it bless the slow days. Let it bless the unseen growth. Let it bless the small signs. Let it bless the moments when nothing seems different, but something deep inside is being formed. At first, the shift may be quiet. Then it becomes steady. Then it becomes natural. The words become thoughts. The thoughts become feelings. The feelings become choices. The choices become a life. This is the gentle power of speaking with love. This is how a whole life can change without force, without shame, without struggle. One word, one breath, one day, one loving beginning again. There comes a moment when the words are no longer just something being repeated. They begin to feel like truth rising from within. The sentence that once felt far away begins to feel closer. The affirmation that once felt strange begins to feel natural. The words that once had to be remembered begin to appear on their own. This is the moment when speaking becomes becoming. To speak words until becoming them is a sacred practice. It means the words are not used only once. They are lived with. They are returned to. They are carried through ordinary days and difficult days. They are spoken when the heart feels open and when the heart feels afraid. They are spoken when the path is clear and when the way is unknown. They become companions. They become anchors. They become a new inner home. I speak love until I become love. This means love becomes the way the self is treated. Love becomes the tone of the inner voice. Love becomes the answer to fear. Love becomes the way mistakes are handled. Love becomes the way the body is seen. Love becomes the way the past is released. Love becomes the way the present moment is blessed. It begins with words, but it does not end with words. It becomes a way of being. To become love does not mean never feeling pain. It means pain is no longer met with cruelty. It means sadness is held with tenderness. It means fear is answered with patience. It means shame is softened with truth. It means the self is not abandoned in hard moments. This is love in practice. This is love becoming real. I speak peace until I become peace. Peace begins as a word, then a breath, then a pause, then a choice. At first, peace may last for only a moment, then the moment grows. The body begins to learn that it does not have to react to everything. The mind begins to learn that not every thought needs to be followed. The heart begins to learn that it can remain soft even when life is uncertain. To become peace does not mean life is always easy. It means there is a quiet place inside that can be returned to. It means the storm outside does not always become a storm inside. It means the breath becomes a doorway. It means the words, "I choose peace," become stronger than the habit of panic. Peace becomes a path walked again and again until the feet remember it. I speak abundance until I become abundance. Abundance is not only money. Abundance is openness. Abundance is trust. Abundance is the ability to see good. Abundance is receiving a kind word without pushing it away. Abundance is noticing beauty in small places. Abundance is believing that life can bring support in many forms. Abundance is no longer living with closed hands and a closed heart. To become abundance means the energy of lack begins to loosen. The words, "there is not enough," are replaced with "life supports me." The words, "I cannot receive," are replaced with "I am safe to receive." The words, "good is for others," are replaced with "good is possible for me too." Slowly, the heart stops arguing with blessing. It opens, it welcomes, it receives. I speak healing until I become whole. Healing begins with the way the wounded places are spoken to. A harsh voice can keep pain alive. A loving voice can help pain soften. The words, "I am healing," carry movement. They do not demand that everything be fixed right now. They simply say that the journey has begun. They say the past is not the final truth. They say the body, mind, and heart are allowed to return to balance. To become whole does not mean there was never brokenness. It means every part is welcomed back with love. The afraid part, the angry part, the tired part, the hopeful part, the part that still doubts. the part that wants to trust. Wholeness is not perfection. Wholeness is belonging to oneself completely. This is the deep shift. The words become the new identity. The old identity may have said, "I am not enough." The new identity says, "I am worthy." The old identity may have said, "I am always afraid." The new identity says, "I am learning peace." The old identity may have said, "Life is against me." The new identity says, "Life supports me in seen and unseen ways." The old identity may have said, "I am broken." The new identity says, "I am healing into wholeness." Identity is powerful because people live from who they believe they are. If the belief is "I am powerless," choices will come from fear. If the belief is "I am guided," choices will come from trust. If the belief is "I am unworthy," receiving will feel difficult. If the belief is "I am loved by life," receiving becomes easier. This is why the words after "I am" matter so much. They shape the self that is being practiced. Each time the words are spoken, the new identity is strengthened. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. I am open. I am guided. I am whole. These words are not just statements. They are seeds of becoming. They teach the mind who to remember. They teach the heart what to trust. They teach the body how to feel. They teach life what is welcome. There may still be moments when the old identity tries to return. It may say, "This is not who you are." It may say, "You cannot change." It may say, "You have always been this way." But the old identity is only a practiced story. It is not the soul. It is not the truth. It is not the final word. The new words can answer, "I am becoming. I am growing. I am allowed to change." I am allowed to change. This sentence carries freedom. It releases the need to stay loyal to old pain. It releases the belief that yesterday must define tomorrow. It gives the soul permission to expand. It tells the mind that a new way is possible. It tells the body that the past is not happening right now. It tells the heart that it can open again. Speaking until becoming also means living the words in small ways. If the words are, "I love myself," then love may look like rest. It may look like saying no. It may look like eating with care. It may look like forgiving a mistake. It may look like asking for help. It may look like speaking gently in the mirror. The words become real when they guide action. If the words are, "I choose peace," then peace may look like pausing before reacting. It may look like stepping away from noise. It may look like breathing before answering. It may look like releasing the need to prove something. It may look like trusting that not every battle needs to be fought. The words become real when they change the response. If the words are, "I am open to abundance," abundance may look like saying thank you without shrinking. It may look like accepting support. It may look like noticing what is already good. It may look like making space for new opportunities. It may look like blessing what is present instead of only worrying about what is missing. The words become real when receiving becomes safe. If the words are, "I am healing," healing may look like patience. It may look like honesty. It may look like rest. It may look like allowing tears. It may look like choosing a kind thought after years of harsh ones. It may look like letting the body move slowly. It may look like giving the heart time. The words become real when the process is honored. To become the words is to let them touch every part of life. The morning, the night, the work, the rest, the relationships, the mirror, the body, the choices, the waiting, the uncertainty, the blessings, the endings, the beginnings. The words become a way to meet all of it with more love. This is how the whole life shifts. Not always because everything, outside changes at once, but because the one living the life changes from within. The same morning can feel different with a loving inner voice. The same challenge can feel different with trust. The same waiting can feel different with patience. The same body can feel different with gratitude. The same life can become more beautiful when it is spoken to with love. My whole life shifts when I choose words of love. This is not just a sentence. It is a spiritual law of the heart. Love changes the place from which life is lived. When words of love are chosen, fear loses some power. When words of love are repeated, the heart becomes stronger. When words of love are believed, the body becomes softer. When words of love are lived, life begins to reflect that love in quiet and beautiful ways. The shift may show up as better choices. It may show up as calmer mornings. It may show up as deeper sleep. It may show up as less need for approval. It may show up as more trust in timing. It may show up as more kindness toward the body. It may show up as a new openness to receive. It may show up as the courage to release what no longer feels loving. This is becoming. It is gentle. It is steady. It is sacred. No one needs to become everything in one day. Speak love today. Speak peace today. Speak abundance today. Speak healing today. Let the words work within. Let them shape the inner world. Let them guide the next choice. Let them become the voice that leads the way. Say slowly, "I speak love until I become love. I speak peace until I become peace. I speak abundance until I become abundance. I speak healing until I become whole." My whole life shifts when I choose words of love. Let each sentence settle. Let the body receive it. Let the heart believe it a little more. Let the mind become willing. These words are not far away. They are already seeds inside. Every repetition waters them. Every loving choice strengthens them. Every return to kindness helps them grow. The becoming has already begun. Take a slow breath and feel how far the heart has already traveled. The words spoken with love are not small. They are not empty. They are not passing sounds. They are seeds. They are light. They are prayers. They are gentle instructions given to the mind, the body, the heart, and the energy of life. Every day there is a choice. The old words can be repeated, or new words can be planted. The old fear can be fed, or love can be invited in. The old story can be obeyed, or a kinder truth can be spoken. This choice is always available. It is available in the morning. It is available at night. It is available in moments of doubt. It is available in moments of pain. It is available right now. No one has to speak perfectly. No one has to think perfectly. No one has to believe every affirmation all at once. The practice is not about being perfect. It is about being willing. Willing to pause. Willing to notice. Willing to choose again. Willing to stop speaking against the self. Willing to let love become the new language. The old words may have been spoken for a long time, but they do not you. When the future. A new word can begin today. A new sentence can open the heart today. A new affirmation can soften the body today. A new way of speaking can become a new way of living. Place a hand on the heart and speak gently. I bless my words with love. I bless my mind with peace. I bless my body with kindness. I bless my life with trust. I am safe to speak good over myself. I am safe to receive good into my life. I am becoming the words I speak. Let these words move through every part of the body. Let them touch the mind. Let them soften the heart. Let them calm the breath. Let them become a warm light inside. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be rushed. The words will grow in their own time. The heart will open in its own rhythm. The life will shift in beautiful ways, one loving word at a time. The power is in the present moment, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Here, now. This breath, this thought, this word, this choice. Choose words that bless. Choose words that heal. Choose words that open. Choose words that support the life being created. Speak them in the morning. Speak them at night. Speak them when the heart feels strong. Speak them when the heart feels tender. Speak them until they become familiar. Speak them until they become natural. Speak them until they become the truth the body knows. I speak love until I become love. I speak peace until I become peace. I speak abundance until I become abundance. I speak healing until I become whole. My whole life shifts when I choose words of love. I am safe. I am loved. I am guided. I am becoming the words I speak.